Time to review the Slammy Awards. We're not on Best and Worst Awards yet. We're doing the Slammy Awards. And for anybody who watched the outro last week, yes, there's another Slammy Awards kind of outro coming up later in part 12. So if you thought I was making an ass of myself last time, then you're in for a treat because Jimmy Hart is the version for that.
Oh no. Oh no.
You said last week you was gonna do it.
Right? Yeah.
Oh
If I
no.
can't have Mike Burhan here making an ass of himself, then I have to. So.
Oh no.
So first Slammy Award to review is the Best Dancer of the Year because in WWE, instead of having stuff like Best Finisher and everything, they award everything from the insult and facial hair and. But we had the nominees of Brodus Clay, Rosa Mendez, R-Truth, and the Great Khali, who got nominated for quite a bit of stuff, despite the fact he hasn't been here for many months. The winner was Brodus Clay. Makes perfect sense. If they would have given it to anybody else, then it would have been a big middle finger to Brodus Clay because it's his entire gimmick.
Right.
And R-Truth shouldn't have won it from getting practically injured from dancing at TLC.
Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, especially when the fact that when anytime Brodus Clay goes up against somebody that's like a headliner, they always either have him injured or they actually shorten his storyline and he's like an afterthought. So give him the fun award at least. Make him still seem relevant, other than the hot background dancers that he got.
Yeah, you got to give him something because they're really screwing him over with his push lately.
Right.
Yeah, what's really funny to me is like how they just think that people actually forgot that he was supposed to have been this big brute of a monster that used to come out with Alberto Del Rio, maybe like what it was like a year and a half ago. And it's like now you got him coming out there dancing on like one of the lost fat boys or something like that. So, I mean, come on now. I mean, seriously.
At least he's got a Slammy to show for it.
Yeah, he definitely does. And two hot women to come out with, so I have no arguments with that one.
And we had the Insult of the Year, which I'm not going to run down all the nominees for the ones that are really crazy, but the winner was John Cena, and what did he say? That was about Vicky and Dolph. He says, "You're the exact opposite. One of you enjoys eating a lot of nuts, and one is still trying to find his." So, if you're making a whole award for the Insult of the Year, and you want to give it to John Cena, you might as well do it with that. I personally, out of the nominees they had, I liked it better when they did the Sheamus one of Dolph Ziggler. You finally got your wish. You're taller than everyone else when he was on the ladder. But
Yeah, that was
you
funny.
can never be too surprised when they give John Cena an award. We'll get to that part later. But what do you guys think? The best
Uh,
insult? Anything else that stands out in your mind that they should have given it to instead?
No, not really. I mean, yeah, that was pretty funny. Or unless you want to go with The Rock when he called Daniel Bryan Goatface. I mean, that was funny to me. That was actually funny as hell to me. So, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that and add to your point, that also should have gotten they had a category of, I think it was best hashtag, and it was like Goat Boy was trending on Goat Face.
That didn't even make that. They didn't even make
Yeah,
the finals. That didn't
yeah,
even make a nominee. Goatface.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
They had
I was
everything.
surprised about that.
They had everything but Goatface on there. Because remember, I said it. I was like, well, I said Goatface guys gotta come up. But
What got on there? They didn't.
Yeah, I figured that would be a guaranteed nominee too.
Yeah,
But I don't know who picks the nominations for this, but some of them are really odd, especially this kind of award. The top social media ambassador, Mike Tyson, Charlie Sheen, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the Muppets, and they gave it to Charlie Sheen, the guy who screwed them over for the SummerSlam angle that they were going to do.
yeah, because wasn't it supposed to be him against Daniel Bryan or something like that?
Yeah, about the whole anger management that they started out. Then it turned into Kane, and I mean, it worked out for the better, but
Oh yeah, it definitely did.
I would have given it to Arnold Schwarzenegger. He had a good back and forth with Dolph Ziggler going for a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. And I mean, it could have been good because Dolph could have brought up his whole infidelity thing and everything. So, oh well.
all right.
And we had Tweet of the Year, which went to Daniel Bryan saying, Goat face is a horrible insult. My face is practically perfect in every way. In fact, from now on, I demand to be called Beautiful Brian. I thought the funniest part of this was
Beautiful Brian.
they nominated the Great Khali for his tweet of, "Yes, this is the real Great Khali. I'm ready to tweet with you." Why is that the nomination for Tweet of the Year?
Okay, let me get back to Daniel Bryan. You're gonna get a lawsuit from Bobby Eaton in a long time, in a little bit of time, buddy, because you're just taking you're taking my man's line. No, there's only one beautiful person, and that was beautiful Bobby Eaton.
It's better to be with a lawsuit and still called beautiful than to continue to be calling goat face. So seems like it's worth the risk.
Right.
Another one we had was the exclusive video of the year, which they gave to Jerry Lawler's return. Makes a lot of sense.
That was
Right.
as soon as I seen him come up as a
That-
nominee, we already knew. It was like, okay, we already know who's gonna win that one, Jerry the King Lawler. I mean, come on now. I mean, the man came back from a heart attack and he literally almost died on the show. So I mean, that was a given. I knew that was gonna go to Jerry Lawler.
Right.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer right there.
Another one that's pretty easy to guess was the YouTube show of the year, which they gave to Z True Long Island Story, even though it's been terrible since they went and actually took it on the WWE programming. It was so much better when he was just doing it himself.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was up for an award, but yeah, I definitely can agree with you on that one.
But,
I actually
yep.
like. What was that, Carlos?
Oh well, that was another. He is also in the same category with Lourdes Clay to me because that with was that right with the Long Island like Z. To me, they also put him on the back burner also too, and he was actually going on with having about with him and Kane. Now all of a sudden they just put him to the side.
Yeah, they really screwed him over. He had such
Yeah.
a whole lot of.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, because we were there and we watched him win the U.S.
Right.
title. The whole arena went to an explosion, and then it was like, all right, he wins the U.S. title, he loses the U.S. title, then he loses his girlfriend. So it's like,
And then after that, that's it. They just you throw him away like used toilet paper.
right now he's teaming
Right.
up with Santino Morella now. You know, I mean, not to take
Right.
it from Santino because Santino's he's definitely entertaining, but come on now, you definitely don't want to go in that direction.
it was one of the only times at the TLC pay-per-view where our section was agreeing with everybody. Instead of cheering for Mark Henry over Big Show and cheering Michael Cole when he was a heel and cheering for Diesel over Triple H.
And doing the whole Alberto Del Rio introduction.
Right. Hoping that Ricardo is the main star of the whole thing. What else we had? We had the crowd chant of the year, which went to Ryback's "Feed Me More" over the Hosky and Cody's Mustache and Daniel Bryan "Yes" chants. They should have given it to Yes.
He beat the Yes chance. Are you serious?
I have no clue why they went with. I mean, they went with it because it's Ryback, but it's.
That started at WrestleMania though, and it's been going on ever since WrestleMania. So I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's nonstop, and it's got everybody in the arena doing it. So they really just overlooked that on purpose.
Right. That honestly, truthfully, that made Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, which is his real name, that made his career seriously over in WWE. Cause
Yeah.
wow.
I understand. Because I'm a fan of Cody's mustache. I love that. it just caught on fire just like his mustache probably will.
Cody Rhodes needs to be on Dave's old porn. For seriously, that's what. Cody Rhodes is like a 70s porn star to me. Seriously. I mean, come on now. He looks like Ron Jeremy's little brother.
Well, as much as like the Hosky chant was good at the time, and Feed Me More, I mean, it's good that caught on and everything. Cody's mustache, that was funny, but you got to give it to the Yes chant. And spoiler alert for everybody for next week, yes, I did give the best catchphrase or slogan award to Daniel Bryan's Yes chant. As much as I run down Daniel Bryan before when I kept saying that he was overrated, that Yes chant is by far the best.
Okay, you must haven't seen his ROH matches.
No, not anything that I was really going crazy about. At the time, for a long while, everybody kept raving about him at NXT, and I wasn't seeing anything worth the while.
You need to check out his Ring of Honor. I have like maybe 4 or 5 Ring of Honor DVDs, and all I have to say is 2 words: Cattle mutilation. That was his. That was his finishing move.
I've heard a lot of good things about that in ROH.
That was a sick move that he had. Like it seems like when they come from like these independent leagues and they go to WWE, they kind of hold these guys back. Daniel Bryan has a lot of potential and a lot of moves in his arsenal. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. That's just like I always say, if Samoa Joe or AJ Styles were to go to WWE, it would be crazy. It would definitely be crazy. Like Samoa Joe had the ROH title for 2 years straight. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They'll probably get underutilized though if they did too. AJ Styles find himself in a tag team with Evan Bourne and everything.
Yeah, right. That's just like CM Punk. CM Punk's finishing move was called the Pepsi Plunge.
Yeah.
And what it was a top rope pedigree.
Yeah, then Triple H doesn't want that to happen. So.
No, definitely not. That's not gonna happen at all.
We had the facial hair of the year. Yeah, facial hair of the year award.
Well, we already know what that's going to.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan beats out Damian Sandow, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk. So I wouldn't have been too shocked if they would have given it to Cody Rhodes just for the way that the reaction got from the mustache. But Daniel Bryan's had that sickening beard for a while, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that beard. Seriously, he looks like a Norse god or something.
Man, with Damian Sandow, I don't know what's more annoying, that beard or his tights.
Nah, it's that cartwheel.
Oh, I love the cartwheel.
It's that cartwheel. Seriously.
He's such an asshole. I love it. I can't.
Like, you fake ass leaping Lanny Poffo. Really? Like, come on now. Because that's what he is. He's a fake ass leaping Lanny Poffo, yo, for real. Like,
He
come
really
on,
is.
man. I was loving it when The Miz came out and was like, what modern day wrestler comes out in his daddy's robe? Like, that was just hilarious to me.
We had Diva of the Year, which I thought was going to go to Eve Torres before they announced the nominations of Eve, Layla, Caitlyn, and AJ. But once they throw AJ out there, you know that AJ is going to win it, and she did, naturally.
I don't know. I'm more of a Layla fan. Layla just has that exotic sexiness to me. I really like Layla, but of course they're gonna give it to AJ because she's basically in every freaking shot in the show anyway. So
Yeah, the program's really been revolving a lot around her. So
yeah, I don't know whose dick she's sucking, but she's definitely doing a good job. So
not John Cena's anymore, according to the storyline.
Hey, she might be sucking the boss's dick. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, who knows?
Feat of Strength of the Year, and that was Sheamus hitting White Noise on Big Show. Can't disagree with that. I mean, that came out of nowhere, and I really was surprised at that. He just picked him up with ease.
Yeah, I would either have to go with Sheamus, or I'm telling you who's a dark horse, Antonio Cesaro. He has some freakish strength. Seriously, the way he gets guys up for the that what's it called, the neutralizer.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a dark horse in my eyes.
Yeah, he won one of the nominations when he hit it on Brodus Clay, so they gave him a little acknowledgement there.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what else we got. Upset of the year: Daniel Bryan beats Big Show and Mark Henry at the Royal Rumble event. None of the upsets really seemed like massive upsets to me. They had the Justin Gabriel defeating Antonio Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler winning Money in the Bank, and Santino beating Jack Swagger for the title. So I didn't think any of them were real upsets.
No, not really. I kind of actually seen Dolph Ziggler character actually coming on a rise, just to see him go from the Spirit Squad to where he is now. It's amazing to me, but
Yeah, at least he's not coming out there anymore going, Nicky!
No, he's not doing that anymore since they broke up, at least on the show.
That was probably the most annoying faction I've ever seen in my life. Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about 3 Count?
Oh, really? You just say 3 Count?
Yeah.
Wow.
The precursor to 3MB.
Yes, 3. Oh my God, they are the worst.
Tackling dummies. That's all they are.
Betrayal of the year. That goes to Big Show knocking John Cena out at Over the Limit. What? the Eve Torres low blow on Zack Ryder doesn't win this, and the Daniel Bryan and
Oh,
AJ splits don't, but Big Show knocking out John Cena is the main thing. That wasn't a bad excuse for an award as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. I mean, you kind of could see it coming because, truthfully, to me, I felt that the company was holding Big Show back. Really, like I mean, look at him. He's a freak of nature. Why not have him being as dominant as he is? That's why, honestly, I was so glad to see Mark Henry make that heel turn and them to actually turn him into the beast that he really should be. So it really just boggles my mind how they go over about these storylines.
Yeah, and they have him lose to people like Rey Mysterio and everything.
Right.
One punch, you should knock him out.
Exactly.
Especially if that's supposed to be a one punch knockout for pretty much everybody else. He just right off the bat, just if he slaps Rey Mysterio, he should concuss the guy.
Right. He should break a couple ribs or even puncture his lung or something. I mean, come on now.
Especially because it's Mysterio and he's due for an injury.
Right.
and that's your betrayal right there. How Cena actually had took the belt from Mysterio just so Mysterio could be champion for just one night. That was
Oh, that was so wrong. That was so wrong.
Oh, I could not believe that. I'm like, they're gonna give it to the Super Cena, so we can beat up on the midget of WWE.
He just pats him on the head.
Yeah.
Congrats, Ray.
No.
Now you've been WWE champion.
No. Thanks for shining my belt. You know,
Yeah.
now you can get me here.
At least you got it longer than Andre the Giant had it.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. They did my man wrong. And that's another thing I have to say. They truly need to get rid of that spinner belt. I'm so sick of seeing that monstrosity of a title. Seriously, they need to actually make it a true title because to me that's a personal belt. Now, I mean, you got everybody and their grandmother walking around with that so-called spinner title, and it's like people don't even have spinner rims on their cars anymore. That's just so out of style now. Like, come on now, change the freaking title. Come
Right,
on,
they should have
man.
changed that when CM Punk hit the year-long mark, I think.
I actually thought that CM Punk was going to actually either take it back to the wing title or the title that Brock Lesnar and The Rock had at that time, the one that JBL used to wear.
The
because
undisputed one?
Yeah, that undisputed title. That was the title before Cena changed it over to the spinning belt.
Right.
Yeah, I really wish that they would go back to the wing title. That was the best to me. I would love that to come back. Like the Intercontinental title that they have now. That was my
Oh
favorite.
my God, I was
That white
so
belt.
glad that they brought that title back. I was so glad. I remember when I was a kid, me and my cousin, we would sit there in my room and we make the cardboard belts like everybody used to make.
Right.
And I made that one with blue cardboard, and it was so slick. Oh my God. Like the Intercontinental belt is the best belt to me. Seriously, I love that title.
And they need to get rid of the tag team copper penny kind of looking ones too.
Oh, the Abraham Lincoln belts, yes,
Right.
yes, definitely need to get rid of those. They need to go back to the original, the way they look, with the world going across the front of it, with the globe in the back of it.
Right.
Those look good to me.
The old, the Legion of Doom ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we had the match of the year, which no surprises here. They gave it to Triple H against Undertaker at WrestleMania.
I'm not gonna argue with that one.
Well deserved.
I'm not gonna argue with that. We sat in Carlos's back room and we watched that match, and we were all on the edge of our seats throughout that whole match. That definitely went down as match of the year to me. I definitely do not disagree on that one.
Yeah, if they would have given that to Sheamus against Big Show, that would have been that wouldn't have sit well with me. LOL moment of the year went to The Rock throwing out John Cena's merchandise and all that. I actually thought that the anger management stuff should have won.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to throw recent stuff, I could go back to this past Monday when Albert busted his ass come from behind the curtain to present the award for the Slammy, because I don't mean no harm. I laughed for about 10 minutes straight off just off of that alone. So
What else do we have here? The Tell Me I Did Not Just See That Most Shocking Moment of the Year award, which went to Kofi Kingston saving himself in the Royal Rumble. Thank God, because that was awesome when he did that.
yeah, just like Carlos and his brother was saying to me, they say between Kofi Kingston and John Morrison, those two freaking mutants.
It was unbelievable when John Morrison walked the barrier to save himself from the Royal Rumble and then jumped back into the ring. I never seen that ever.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And then
That's
Kofi found a way to top it. So
Right. That's what I couldn't believe.
Well,
Like,
you know
holy
what? Kofi's
shit.
famous for doing that because I don't know if you remember. I think it was Money in the Bank. Maybe like it was before they actually made it a pay-per-view and fucked the whole thing up. But
Of course.
when he was using the ladders as like stilts.
yeah.
Oh
I don't
shit.
know if you
Yes.
remember that. When he was using
Yes.
the ladder as stilts, I was like, yo, he is serious about this. Like this is crazy.
That's what they need to do. They need to get Shelton Benjamin, John Morrison, and Kofi Kingston in a Money in the Bank match.
Oh my god, that would be ridiculous.
That'd
That
probably be match of the year.
yeah, that would definitely be ridiculous.
That or they would give them 5 minutes and they would screw the whole thing up.
Right. Oh yeah, you got to throw RVD in there. I'm sorry, you got to throw RVD in that mix too.
Oh.
That would be crazy.
Well, someone's a little bit biased about that.
Oh really?
Not a big RVD
Oh.
fan.
Oh really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
He could be off to the side when they beat the crap out of him with the ladders.
What's your gripe with RVD?
I just see it's kind of the same with Rey Mysterio with me. I've seen it before and it doesn't seem to ever really change.
It's starting to get watered down to you, is what it is.
Right.
You didn't drink the same drink for so many years. It's not even getting you drunk anymore. So I get you. I get you.
Yeah. That's my biggest gripe about Rey Mysterio too, and the whole fact that he keeps beating people that are 8 times his size.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. When he won the world title, when he beat what was it, Randy Orton and Kurt Hennig in the triple threat match at WrestleMania, I was like, okay, this is only because Eddie Guerrero's dead, and they had to have somebody actually win the title
Right,
because
like,
that was his best friend. So
Yeah, they needed to give him the pity vote kind of a thing, and they weren't
Right,
going to give it to Chavo, so.
Who?
Yeah.
That was definitely the title.
Kiss of the year. AJ is nominated in every single one of these. Her
She
kisses.
was in every freaking category.
Right. It was
of the year.
AJ and Bryan, AJ and Kane, AJ and CM Punk, and AJ and John Cena because they at that point hadn't done AJ and Dolph Ziggler. So she wins for the one with John Cena. That saw that one coming. They obviously built this entire award around AJ, so
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to be like, oh, I thought it was the 2 people in the crowd in the background shot of the one episode of SmackDown.
I mean, AJ's cute and everything, but I just don't see it. Like she looks like that girl from like next door that you know what I'm saying. You're like, hey, how you doing? And keep on moving about your business. But
oh yeah, she's the test girl. You try everything out on her. Before you get she's on a girlfriend.
right. That's the girl you had your first kiss with. You're like, oh, that's how it is, and then you go and take it on to the actual girl that you really want. You know what I'm saying? So
Not thinking the craziness.
yeah, exactly. Like, she just doesn't really do it for me. I mean, she's a cutie and everything like that. I don't take nothing away from her, but after seeing Trish Stratus and Sable and bras like that, it's like going to her. It's like, really? That's like going from like Kobe beef to like steakum or something like that. Like,
Somebody's gonna get some comments about that. How dare you talk about AJ that way, you bastard!
You're going to get one comment from somebody who's just like, Kobe beef is awesome.
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like going from Kobe beef to steakum. Like you see Sable and Trish Stratus and all these, actually, like good looking women. I mean, not to say AJ's not good looking, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
You wouldn't go for what's her name? Tamina, Carmen.
No, hell no, not Carmen. No, but no, Tamina, she'd get it. Yeah, Tamina would definitely get it. Yeah.
Comeback of the year. Nominees were Brock Lesnar, Chris Jericho, I don't know why, DX, and Jerry Lawler, which of course just had to go to Jerry Lawler. You can't vote against the guy who came back from death.
Right, this man beat death. That's who should wrestle the Undertaker at this year's WrestleMania. Jerry Lawler. That's who should wrestle the Undertaker this year.
He comes out with the urn, pallbearer. Just like, oh fuck, I can't do this.
Like I beat death. Come beat me now. Seriously. But no, yeah, you definitely have to give it. Once I seen Jerry Lawler as the nominee, I was like, oh, it's over. It's already scripted. Jerry Lawler definitely is gonna win that. But no, I love the King. Seriously, I've been watching the King ever since I was a kid. Back in he was with AWA and UWF and all those other independent leagues and stuff like that. So I have nothing but respect for that man. I love Jerry Lawler. Plus, he's a ride on the mic. So I mean, come on now, puppies, puppies. I mean, how can you not like that? You know,
Yeah,
and
he's really the man.
that's just like I'm so glad that they brought JBL back. JBL reminds me so much of Jesse Ventura from back in the day. It's funny, seriously.
I'm surprised by how great the chemistry has worked between him and Michael Cole also too.
Yes,
Yeah, now that they switched it up and he's not a
Yeah.
heel anymore.
right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we had the trending now hashtag of the year award, which, as we were talking about earlier, Goatface wasn't a nominee on that. It was Feed Me More, which won. So I guess they felt that they needed to give something to that. People Power, Woo Woo Woo, you know it, and Little Jimmy out of all things. I don't remember that being a big hashtag going on.
No, I really don't either.
Not really, no.
But
No.
yeah, so I kind of expected out of those nominees that they would give it to People Power just to bring Laurinaitis back, but
Oh God, please don't.
Feed Me More. If you're gonna give something to Ryback, give them the hashtag one. They should have given it. Well, we'll talk about the next part too, but
Right. Yeah, it should have been Goat Face, Goat Boy, anything with Daniel Bryan because that was probably almost like about a week and a half after it had started trending anyway.
yeah,
I have to say that this past year has been the year of like the independent guys that actually made it to the mainstream because Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, for them to just go from where they came from into what they are now is just amazing to me. Seriously, because like I followed these guys from back when they were at Ring of Honor and the matches that they had with each other, and to see them, go from then to now, it's like a father watching that kid become, just to do something great. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It really is.
Well, one thing that's really good is no matter what they were going to give the Trending Now award to, at least they didn't give it to the hashtag that popped up when Michael Cole said that Jerry Lawler had anal bleeding on that one episode of Raw.
Man.
I forgot. Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh,
If
yeah,
they would have given it to that would have been a very awkward segment.
they definitely wouldn't have did that. WWE is PG, so they're not even gonna go there. Which they definitely. That's what's wrong with the company to me. They need to go back to that edginess and get rid of this whole we're PG, family oriented type of thing. That's not what made you kill WCW. What made you kill WCW is when you guys were edgy and I mean, come on now, you had a little, Oriental guy about to, cut Val Venus's penis off. I mean, really?
The choppy PP segment.
Yeah, and then Mae Young, old ass, running around with her titties running out and giving birth to a hand. I mean, really? Come on now, like that's what brought you guys to the forefront. That's what made you kill WCW. And honestly, that's what I think it is. Vince McMahon is so comfortable now, whereas though he feels like there's no competition because really it isn't. Because I mean, TNA. I mean, I really don't know what to say about TNA. Yes, I like this whole aces and eights thing, but I really do hope they don't drop the ball with this. And
They probably will.
oh yeah, of course. That's wishful thinking on my point. Thank you, Tony, for just crushing all my dreams.
Yeah. They will. Look at what they did with the Main Event Mafia and everything else.
Oh man, please don't start that.
Immortal, and every single time they get a chance, they screw it up. So
Yes, they do. Fortune.
yeah, a month from now, Aces and Eights will just be a whole bunch of new members, and it'll be run by Rob Terry or something. And
No, it'll be run by that new guy that's over there. That looks like a '70s porn star. What's his name? Who's running around?
Joey Ryan.
Yeah, with him. Who's running around with Matt Morgan?
You never know. It might gonna happen. If it does happen, you heard it here first on Smack Talk.
Yes.
And then they owe me some money.
Yeah. Tony predicted it. I'm saying it right here. Tony predicted it.
Right. Right now they're changing their scripts. They're like, fuck.
You
The guy who runs us down every week can't be predicting our stuff. We had the Breakout Star of the Year, which of course went to Ryback. For some reason, they said Brodus Clay was one of the rookies, and they forgot again that he was there for months and months and months ahead of time.
Exactly.
But not surprised at all that Ryback won.
I mean, honestly,
No.
I would give it to Cesaro because I mean he's actually a champion and he's actually done some things. Not to say that Ryback hasn't, but for maybe like Ryback's first 2 or 3 months he was facing nothing but jobbers, and I was surprised that they were bringing back jobbers he was facing actually people that you didn't know. Like guys from like that were actually from the actual state that they were in. So I mean, I don't know, but it's all politics, like it always is.
Yeah. And finally, we have the Superstar of the Year, which for some reason doesn't go to CM Punk. It goes to John Cena. Now, if the fans actually did vote for this and it wasn't rigged, then it's got to be because all the kids voted for Cena. If they rigged it,
Oh, of course.
then
The kids and the girls, yeah.
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 And then I thought it was really cheesy and stupid. The whole I'm gonna give it to Ric Flair kind of a thing.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that's why Ric Flair was out there to give the awards, so that way it could actually be like something ceremonious. That here you go, Flair, welcome back to the WWE sort of thing, also too.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
my whole thing was is that look, we all know that Cena's the head, he's the figurehead of the company, but that make him superstar of the year was kind of far fetched to me. I mean, CM Punk was the champion the whole freaking year.
Hmm.
I mean, the
but
whole freaking year. And to make John Cena the superstar of the year was just a travesty to the whole award to me. Seriously.
Yeah,
it's mainly because that CM Punk is turned heel, and I think that maybe because he might have gotten much votes, but even still, with when he's actually a face, he's still sort of like the anti-hero in the first place. So he really didn't change his character that much. It's just
Which is exactly what they should have did, just keep him an
yeah,
anti-hero and not just make him a total heel in the first place.
right, yeah, because now it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem as convincing as it is was before.
No, and I actually liked when he would come out and do his little pipe bombs, as he liked to call it, because he would actually bring some type of realness to the show.
Hell yeah, yeah,
right now everything just seems a little scripted, and
Exactly.
he's
exactly,
still
yeah.
the better heel out of everybody in the company. But
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
that's it for the Slammy Awards. So obviously next year, if they cover it again, then we'll be doing predictions and everything for that. And if you still like awards and you want next week with the best and worst awards, you'll be seeing that coming your way. And if you're just here for the review part of it, well, then you're gonna get some more review because TLC review is coming up in the next part, part 5.